Hi gang, it's Hexy. Hey, I haven't shot any video much lately. Been kind of, I guess, preoccupied or busy. But I was sitting here tonight and I was getting ready to mess around with another turn or two on Smolensk from OCS, and I come across a very interesting situation. So real quick, I'm going to talk about trace supply and the extender, knowing your limits. So I don't have too many yet where I've had to use extenders, but this scenario starts with one right here in Village. And it is a 10 leg movement point extender. All right. This road here is a track. This road here, the thicker one, is an extender. Is a secondary road. And obviously that's a railroad track. Okay. So the extender allows you to extend the distance from a supply source, i.e. a detrainable hex or a map edge supply source, whatever the supply sources are for the game. Okay. And this is right now it's being specific to trace supply. So this guy here is now he is extending a supply source. Now, what supply source is he extending? Well, I started looking at this and I thought to myself, okay, so he has 10 movement points where he can go back to something that goes to a supply source or is a supply source. All right, so the supply sources in this game for the Soviets are map edge hexes east of the 12 hex road where any type of road or railroad enters the map. Those are supply sources for the Soviets. So your 12 hex row is over here. All right, so anything east of that. So that there, that road there, that railroad there, that road or railroad there, so forth, right on down the line, right? So I said, okay, all right, so this ought to be pretty simple. So it looked to me like that extender was in a great place. So I started doing some work, and I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait a minute. That doesn't reach it. So I said, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, there we go. We reached the end of that railroad line right there. Wait a minute. That is not the definition of a detrainable hex. A detrainable hex is, hold on, because I'm going to read it to you, right? Gotta pay attention to these things. I mess this stuff up all the time, all right? A detrainable hex is determined, a railroad hex is detrainable if it meets all of the above requirements, or all of these requirements. It has a village, city of any size, a port, or an engineer capable headquarters unit in it. All right? No city, no village, no port, no engineer capable headquarters. It's under control. Okay, it is under control. It has a rail path free of enemy zones of control back to a supply source. Well, it does have all that. But regardless, it's not a detrainable hex, according to that rule. So I thought to myself, well, damn, he can't reach anything. I started going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but there's no cities, no villages, no headquarters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, he can't reach that one. He can't reach that city right there on that rail line. And I thought to myself, well, who the hell put that extender right there? He can't reach anything. Aha. The moment of truth has arisen. At the end of the 12.7 extender section, it's the last note. Well, actually, it is the 12.7G, and I'm using, well, I don't think I'm using, let me see what rules these are. 4.3. 12.7G says, extenders can apply the adjacent is good enough rule, as in all other supply-related functions. So guess what now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is adjacent. That's good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's adjacent to that city on that rail line. That's good enough. So he can actually hit 2 points. All right. So there you go. He is capable of reaching it. So now these units, they don't have to trace for trace supply all the way back to here. And as long as they can get their direct draw or throw from here, or this headquarters who can get it from here, they are in trace supply. I hope that helps you all. Remember that the adjacent is good enough rule for any supply related function in the operational combat series. Always keep that in mind, whether you're throwing it forward to units for trace supply, whether you are direct drawing from a supply source, whether you're throwing supply for combat forward, or drawing direct draw for combat from a supply or from a depot on the ground, all right, which there's your depots, those little number guys like that, okay? Or whether you're doing extending trace supply using an extender to reach a supply source. Thank you. So keep that in mind when you're playing OCS, guys. That's a very, very handy rule, because I would have looked at that extender and said, well, he's not serving any purpose for anybody. But in fact, he is. All right, there you have it. That's the use of extenders for trace supply in the Operational Combat series, or Operational Combat system, from the rules of 4.3. All right, let's get this up. Maybe it'll help somebody. See ya.